76ers manhandled the Toronto Raptors in Game 2 and head north of the border with confidence, leading the series 2-0. Let's read some tweets, shall we? The Sixers have really upped their defense in the first 2 games against Toronto. Their rotations here are absolutely spot on. Yo, the defense has been stepped up immensely, and I didn't honestly think that we had it. It's crazy because even their transition defense has gotten better. That's a testament, to the game plan and the preparation that boys have been putting in. Shout out to Coach Glenn, who is starting to earn his nickname, Doc, again. Embiid and Tyrese Maxey helped the Sixers take Game 2 over the Raptors. 31 points, 11 boards, shooting 9 of 16 from the field. Tyrese Maxey, 23 points, 9 boards, and 8 assists. He shot 8 of 11 from the field? That is ridiculous. This is his second playoff start, bro. We got a Kentucky guard, man. We got a freaking Kentucky guard product. Meek Mill bringing back the front flip during halftime in Philly. I don't know, man. This is fun, but Meek definitely turned into a cornball, in my humble opinion. I mean, he's still bored though. Sixers fan was told that his plague mask was not appropriate face covering for an NBA playoff game. Told me if they're going to treat me like a clown, I'm going to act like a clown. Sixers Twitter tweets more about Jokic than Nuggets Twitter is really, really sad. Let this be Embiid and the jokes will be flying 4 years. I mean, is that not true though? Is that legit not true? Now, I'm not sure. I'm not on Twitter other than, doing this job. But I know for a fact that the whole Embiid Jokic thing, fans just be going back and forth. And this is Rusty Buckets. Yeah, yo, bro, this man, he's a casual. I don't like watching a lot of NBA YouTube just because a lot of it, does have some casual takes. I would rather listen to someone who goes in depth about teams, so such as a Funky Diabetic or Dom 2K. Those are the NBA YouTube goats. Rusty, So I mean, maybe this is true. I don't know. Let me know in the comment section. But Embiid was sick this series against the Raptors, and Bulls, have not let him get away with it since. I assume they're saying that the Raptors are going to come back, and I cannot emphasize this enough. Go Sixers. Go Phillies. Go Sixers. The Phillies have been drooling, bro. I am grateful that the most stress I've experienced during these first 2 playoff games was having to buy a second set of tickets for my wife and I tonight because the fattest in Philly sat next to us and took up a third of my wife's seats. That's OD. That's OD, man. Danny Green with the hammer. Look at this jump, bro. That's 3 rings right there, man. Wow. Man, he was saving the energy for the playoffs, dog. Joel Embiid tells Nick Nurse to stop about foul calls after he drops 31 while getting triple team. Nikola Jokic tells the refs they don't call enough fouls after he gets ejected. If his team is down 20 points, our MVPs are not the same. Hey, man, I'm not even that mad at Nurse because what else is he supposed to do? So I know there's going to be a lot of Nick Nurse hate, but I mean, he's a coach. The boy has to do something. Philly native Dawn Staley rang the Liberty Bell ahead of Game 2 of the Sixers Raptors playoff series. That's a good John. Dawn Staley, one of the GOAT coaches in college ball. Philly John, North Philly. I think she went to Dobbins. And fun fact, I really thought that she was the sister of former Philadelphia Eagle Deuce Staley, because they kind of do look alike, yo. But apparently they is not. Shout out to her. She actually won another ring this season. Maybe if Glenn doesn't work out, maybe down the road, Dawn could be our coach. I would not mind that. I would honestly not mind. The Sixers big 3 looking crazy. Harden, Embiid, and the refs. At least they actually chose a black ref. Doc Rivers has done a solid job with the Sixers rotations against Toronto. Facts. That's a fact, yo. Glenn, he has been coaching very well, man. Now, of course, this is still the first round, but he's shown me the last 2 games that he doesn't want to get fired. And that's a good joint. And that bodes well for us fans. Another double-digit win at home. Sixers up 2-0. Let's freaking go. The Raves is out. If March Madness happens, we do not get Maxey. If Mike Muscala doesn't hit a buzzer beater 3, we do not get Maxey. Tyrese Maxey was the prince that was promised Sixers. He definitely has become who we needed in Fultz, and the fact that he's legit taking Ben Simmons' spot impact-wise to an extent is ridiculous, man. Someone please remember to give Nick Nurse his pacifier before he steps in front of the actual mic. Once again, it is what it is. 'Tis what it is. Ladies and gentlemen, it's your NBA MVP, Joel Embiid, Dawn with Joel. Look at that. His feet is humming and buzzing Just ordered a Sixers jersey. I know Raptor fans is sick. Another one, just got my new Sixers jersey, win or L. It's a nice joint. I think the colorway is trash, but we can get through it. When my boss asked me to do anything on Sixers game day. That's a fact. Nah, it's so funny how everyone has changed from the Raptors are beating the Sixers to the Sixers aren't beating the Heat. Anyway, man, you already know how that joint go. This is 95% of Sixers games. That's not true. Also, NBA insider Luol Deng, you must be go Cavs. Oh, you sick, boy. You a whole Cavs fan. Like, you sick. Shout out to my boy Kwabena, who is a Cavs fan as well. I sincerely hope your playoff couch is very nice and comfy. And they keep putting Nick Nurse up on the big screen complaining to the refs. Another Sixers big three left it all on the floor tonight. I mean, what are you supposed to do? Like, that's because, Toronto was getting physical. So you got to get physical back with them. Sixers have shot more free throws this half than LeBron did all season. Ooh, Nick Nurse after every foul call. They going in. The bull Shady McCoy checks in. Let's go Sixers. What's up, Shady? The Sixers have 11 made free throws to 4 made field goals. Never say they don't call fouls in the playoffs. It's honestly interesting because every single Sixers hater said that like the Sixers wouldn't get calls during the actual playoffs, but now since they actually are because they're getting hacked, it's a big thing. Skip Bayless, the road skip. So far, James Harden is cruising along under the pressure radar because decimated Toronto hasn't put up much of a fight. Harden in game 2, only 14 points on 3 of 9, shooting with 6 assists and 5 TOs, but count on this. Sixers will not be able to count on Harden when it matters most. We shall see. Honestly, I feel like it's been a blessing in disguise. Harden is just cruising during this series, but when it actually comes down to it, he's obviously going to have to play well. Are the Sixers the most hated NBA team? I mean, of course, duh. I'm glad that like people are actually starting to ask this question. Like, it's definitely obvious, man. Tyrese Maxey's reaction on Danny Green's dunk. I think we all just started praying that he was okay. The old head was balling, man. The old head was balling. James Harden, through 2 playoff games, has been putting on a passing clinic. First in the NBA in assists, points created per game. First in passes made. Tied for first in the NBA in assists per game. Shooters, Maxey, DG, Shake Niang are hitting 64.3% from 3. Hey, man. He creates threes. Exactly what the boy Benny 1 point did. Joel Embiid without the free throw line. Dang, you hate him. Honestly, I'm about to look up the Raptors real quick. Let me look up the Raptors. If you can say Wallahi or make Joloff, you'll make the Raptors roster. The Raptors starting lineup in Game 7. The Raptor, Trent Jr., Anunoby, Siakam, McGlure. That's Mac McGlure, Jason McGlure. Never forget when Raptors fans went nuts when KD went down with his Achilles. The first guy waving by to him while he's down is something, but the cheer when he stands up and they see he can't walk is truly wild. Yeah. Hold up, let's see the ball. He's like right here. No, right there. There you go. Boom. That's a funny pick. Let's get some revenge, bro. Come on now. I know this is going to sound crazy to the average Twitter user, but the ref's job is to not call an equal amount of fouls. Their job is to call fouls when they happen, and the Raptors commit a F ton of fouls. So it'll always be lopsided. You want to play hard? This is what you got to do. The Raptors tonight. One of my favorite childhood shows of all time. Can't believe the refs just made the Raptors miss 5 straight wide open threes in 1 possession. If you have to blame the refs for being down 20, that's sad, man. Raptors won 87-86 without the free throw calls. Hopefully Barnes comes back though. It was an unfortunate injury. Every Raptors fan looking at the foul calls. BS. I'm sorry, there are 5 minutes left in the game and the Raptors have shot 8 free throws. I knew the officiating was bad, but my God, everyone is talking about free throws. This perfectly describes the series so far. I mean, you can cry all y'all want. The next man's horror movie is going to be called Raptors Lose Non-Embiid Minutes by 11 points. Game 2 recap. This was a good movie. If you know, you know. Raptors fans really gathered outside in a snowstorm to watch these free throws. Please give them all the tickets to the next game and like 40 space heaters. Me with these Raptors fans on how we getting bailed out by free throws.